King Kong's got nothing on the Meg, and neither does everyone's favorite dinosaur. Here's the scene from the first The Meg novel that's finally hitting the big screen in Meg 2: The Trench. There are many summer blockbusters competing for audiences' attention, from the newest superhero films to massive franchises like Fast X presenting their latest sequels. Then there's The Meg, arguably the purest encapsulation of what summer blockbusters originally were. A movie about a giant shark attacking a beach like the original blockbuster Jaws. This one, of course, is the film in which Jason Statham battles a prehistoric shark, based on the series of novels by Stephen Alton, each with new and bigger prehistoric creatures. The Meg knows exactly what it is and what it isn't, which is why many reviewers responded positively to the movie, and why the series seems able to be more than just a single movie about a giant shark. Wait, sorry, actually,
it's Megalodon.
Thankfully, the gods of cinema answered fans' prayers, because Meg, the Megalodon, is back in Meg 2: The Trench. Directed by indie auteur Ben Wheatley, this summer's sequel trailers have promised even more crazy moments, like even more Megs, a massive squid, and Statham kicking a shark. But perhaps the most exciting part of the film is that it begins with one of the best scenes of the original novel, which wasn't part of the first film. Let's take a closer look. It's time to get Jurassic. In the trailer, we see a T-Rex chasing a herd of dinosaurs for food and stumbling into the ocean. Calmly enjoying its meal, the dino doesn't notice the gargantuan megalodon that jumps out of the ocean and devours it, completely annihilating the T-Rex's comparatively puny body. This is also the opening scene of the first book in the series, Meg, a Novel of Deep Terror, which is super graphic in detail. When an unfortunate T-Rex finds itself face-to-face with a megalodon on the beach, things don't go well for one of the world's most fearsome apex predators. Here's a particularly gnarly excerpt. The 60-foot shark burst from the water, its enormous head and upper torso quivering as it fought to remain suspended above the waves, the broken remains of its prey grasped within its terrible jaws. In an incredible display of raw power, the Meg shook the reptile from side to side, allowing its upper front row of 7-inch serrated teeth to rip through gristle and bone. The action sending swells of pink frothing water in every direction. Steven Spielberg helped craft the cinematic image of the T-Rex as the dino at the top of the food chain, the scariest, most dangerous creature from the ancient world. But author Stephen Alton and now director Ben Wheatley are challenging that notion by featuring the T-Rex getting absolutely wrecked by a fellow carnivore. The king of the dinosaurs was almost comically out of its depth in this battle. In the book, the scene is revealed to be a slideshow presentation, but it appears the moment actually plays out for real as a flashback in Meg 2: The Trench. Of course, the first thing the scene brings to mind is the deleted prologue from Colin Trevorrow's Jurassic World Dominion, which was eventually released as a standalone clip online. Of course, that opening scene of dinosaurs gracefully existing in an ancient world clearly didn't have a giant prehistoric shark upending the food chain, so it seems like the Meg is coming out ahead on that score.
I just hope it goes better than last time.
What happened last time? You don't want to know.
But the trailer to Meg 2: The Trench raises an interesting idea. Now that the Jurassic movies are seemingly over, why not have Meg fill in the dinosaur-sized void left in cinema? Adam Driver's 65 was well liked by those who saw it, but there is no following up on that movie for obvious reasons. It performed terribly at the box office. Sadly, the early word from critics about Meg 2 is not looking great. But if this sequel manages to satisfy customers and become another giant shark-sized hit, it's possible that Warner Brothers could let the series expand into spin-offs, even more sequels, or even a prequel set in prehistoric times, showing audiences how Meg survived the extinction of the dinosaurs. What else would you want from a summer blockbuster? Meg 2: The Trench is swimming around in theaters near you right now.